welcome back to Talk That Talk with DivaSpeaks Relationships. My name is AnGala Portorreal, and of course, we have a brand new letter from a good sister who has a lot of questions with no answers. So you know what we do best. We're going to dig into her letter, give her some feedback, and send her on her way. Okay, that is what we do on the Talk That Talk edition of DivaSpeaks Relationships. Once again, my name is AnGala Portorreal, and welcome back to the show. If you haven't had an opportunity to check me out on social media, make sure that you do so. It's DivaSpeaks Relationships across all platforms. Make sure that you add my Roku channel to your Roku device, as well as Amazon Fire. And to add, you can catch the DivaSpeaks Relationships talk show every second and fourth Friday of the month, okay? On the Spectrum Cable, if you're in the Carolinas, channel 21, as well as AT&T UVERSE, channel 99. And you would have to check your local listings in your area to make sure that my show airs in your area before I go any further. But of course, you can also check me out once again every second and fourth Friday of the month at 11 p.m. on Access 21. The television station's website is tvaccess21.com. That is where you can find me. Also on their Roku channel as well. The Diva is everywhere and currently expanding. So guys, we have a letter, so let's just get into it. This is what I brought you here for. This is what I love to do. This is what I live for. So let's help this good sister out, okay? So the caption is, I don't know who that woman was. You don't know when you should know. That's always a problem. But let's get into it. Our good sis says, okay, I gotta, I don't want to put on my glasses because I don't want to mess up this whole thing I got going on. So forgive me if I struggle a little, okay? Sometimes that's the price you got to pay to look halfway cute, okay? Anyway, guys, back to the letter. She says, I had found out about a month ago that my boyfriend, who I live with, had been talking to another woman, okay? He worked with this woman. I saw a bunch of messages between the two of them and found out she had been to my home and in my bed. Okay? They had been on a date and he was planning more special events with her. I text her. You should never do that. I text her and told her I was his woman. She never responded. I told my man to block her, and I thought that was that. Fast forward to yesterday morning. I got off work early. I walk in the house to the bedroom, and she's sitting on my bed. You call that? Okay, let me just continue on, okay? She's sitting on my bed. She was dressed, and he was in his underwear. I knew it was the same woman. I didn't know what to think or do. Okay. I asked her how long had they been talking or had they ever stopped talking, and clearly they haven't. It didn't get out of control. I did wait a minute. I did call her a bitch and threaten to slap her, but he wouldn't allow us to actually fight or even touch each other. She ended up leaving and I broke down crying and got aggressive with my man. I didn't put him out. I just made him sleep in the other room. It doesn't help that today, a day after the incident, I found out that he called and texted her apologizing about what happened. They took a shower together that same day. He told me part of the truth. It's like he really cares about this woman or something. We live together. I have invested a lot in this man, and he seems to want the best of both worlds. What do I do? This is a mess. Let me cover up a little bit, okay? This is a mess, okay? Our good sister, if you're just now tuning in, our good sister is living with her man, and she discovered that her man has been texting back and forth with this woman that he works with. Let me just make sure I read it right. Okay. Had been talking to another woman. He works with this woman. I saw a bunch of messages between the two of them and found out that this woman had been in my home and in my bed. So this is where we stand with this good sister. She writes us because she's living with her man. Her man is at work gallivanting with other women on the job. He done got so comfortable. He done brought this chick that he works with back to his house and sleeping with his co-worker in the bed, bringing her to the home that he shares with our good sister. Sis, let me go ahead and tell you up front, you got yourself a no good man. You got yourself a no good man who does not honor commitment or monogamy. And I've been saying this for the past 2 years. The workplace is where most affairs start, and it's where most people go to cheat in peace. You better believe me when I tell you that, and this is why you write me. This is why you write me, because you know I know. I know because I've seen it. Working in corporate America for over 30 years, you get to see a lot of things you know, you can mind your own business, but it is what it is. You see what you see. And sometimes when you're working within close proximity to people and you see them every day, you begin to take breaks, lunch with them, company outings, sitting with them at the same table, maybe at the Christmas function, at the Thanksgiving, you know, Friendsgiving, whatever goes on at the office is what goes on at the office, but it creates a space sometimes for inappropriate relationships to begin, because it creates a space for conversations to start, intimate conversations to start. And when there are no boundaries, you see me, guys? Do you see me? Anyway, when there are no boundaries, or when people don't know how to not cross those boundaries or act on the temptation that they have for someone, then you got a mess like this. You got a man who is having an affair behind your back with a woman that he works with. So again, I've said this a million times. You can't trust him to take his behind to work and make the money to pay the bills at the house and the home that both of you share together. He's not trustworthy, ma'am. He's not trustworthy. And you said something at the end of the letter, and I think you already know. Let me read you back what you said. You said they took a shower together that same day. He told me part of the truth. It's like, here it is right here. I can't talk, guys. I don't know why. It's like he really cares about this woman or something. Because he does. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. He does. Because you see it for yourself. He is the one that created the offense against you and your relationship. He shares a home with you. He shares a bed with you. He works with her. He's spending the majority of his time out of his day at the job with her. How do you think it even got to that point? How do you think it even got to the point when he was bold and comfortable enough to bring this woman that he works with from the office back to the home and the bed that he shares with you? Why didn't they go to her house? Or maybe they do. It was just their turn. Maybe it was his turn to bring her back to your home. Either way, you got yourself a no good, non-trustworthy man. I wouldn't encourage you to try to salvage this relationship whatsoever. I wouldn't even try to encourage you to have a conversation with him. For what? Because you said it yourself. It's like he values this woman or cares more about her, because after all that had happened, you come home early from work and you catch this woman in your bedroom sitting on your bed, your man sitting on the bed too in his underwear, okay? After all that, you come home early to discover all of that, and in the aftermath, you discover that his focus and his energy was pouring into her an apology that you were owed. Sis, he ain't no good. Girl, he is no good. Fam, he's no good. Ma'am, he's no good. Let that man go be with the woman that he is breaking your heart behind. Let that man go and be a disappointment to that woman, because I can assure you that the same way that she got him is the same way that she will lose him. The same headache that he has become to you will be her headache in the near future. Because anytime you know that a man is in a relationship or a marriage, a lot of women would be, a lot of women would be like, or a lot of people would be like, well, he's the one that owes you the commitment. That is true. Your man, your problem, your headache. That's true. However, let's talk about her. Let's talk about women like her. anytime you devote your time, attention, your body, okay, and energy into pouring into a relationship with a man or someone that you know is in a relationship with someone else, and you are successful into making that person yours, you get to experience all that comes with that person: infidelity, okay, STDs, okay, high blood pressure, okay, insecurity, all that comes with choosing to be with a partner that you was cheating with when they were in a prior relationship. Let her experience all that you are going through now, but 10 times worse. Because I guarantee you, a cheater never wins in the long run. And the only thing a side chick ever wins, hear me, my good sis, because I want you to write it down so that you don't forget in your moments of depression, in your moments of weakness, in your moment of sadness. The only thing a side chick ever wins is a cheater. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back that didn't hear me the first time I said it. The only thing a side chick, a side piece, a side bae, a side boo ever wins is a cheater. What she has done that you cannot accept in this moment is rid you of a problem. This man is not faithful, has not been faithful to you, is not committed to the relationship. Because in the moment that, forget that he shouldn't have ever done it, right? He should not have ever done this to you. You did not deserve this. You do not deserve this. I am genuinely sad for you because I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of betrayal. But this man, at the moment that he realized that his affair had been uncovered, you would have thought that it would have jolted him back to reality, right? Back to, look, I done screwed up. I brought this chick that I work with, that I've gotten myself in an emotional and a sexual entanglement with, back to the home that I share with this woman, that I'm supposed to be in a relationship with this woman. I got this chick, and she's in the bedroom, on the bed, taking showers in your home. He ain't no good. There's nothing left here to salvage. But the point I was going for was, even that, the confrontation, the discovery, you coming in unannounced, okay, interrupting their rendezvous, did not jolt him or trigger him, something within him, to want to salvage your emotions, your feelings, you know, the relationship he has with you, guilt, or anything. What you have wrote about your discovery, this woman, not knowing who she was, finding out in the aftermath, and him really running to her and wanting to soothe and smooth things over with her, speaks a lot to how he feels about this woman and how invested he is into her. What I want you to do is be more invested into you at this point. Get yourself together. Make it a point to get over this man and this relationship and never look back when it comes to him. I used to say this a couple of years ago. I think it used to be my tagline. You got yourself a no good man. He is no good. Let her have him. And again, I'm going to say this just in case you forgot it. The first 3 times I said it. The only thing a side chick ever wins is a cheater. And this is coming from a woman that has been on the receiving, a wife, okay, that has been on the receiving end of being betrayed, of, by someone you're married to, you carry their last name, you thought this was your, whatever, you took vows before God and they chose somebody else. Honey, let me tell you, that other woman don't ever do no better. She don't do no better. The only thing she wins is a cheater, and she gets it worse because she already knew what they were capable of, and she had no problem with his behavior as long as it negatively impacted you. But see, when it's their turn, oh baby, they get to hiding like cockroaches in the dark because they don't ever want nobody to know that they are experiencing the same hell they were a part of putting you through, right? So let her have him, honey. Let her have him. You deserve so much better. If you make it a point to get over this relationship, get out of that lease, Get out of that man's life, put him out of your life, put him out of your bed, make yourself an appointment at the gynecologist to make sure that your sexual health is intact, and move on with your life, because you deserve better. There's no talking through this. There's no trying to walk, through it and see if we can get to no, he is untrustworthy. It's one thing to cheat, okay? It's one thing to cheat. But you bringing another broad back to the bed that you and I share, back to a home that we share. Is there nothing sacred? There's nothing sacred there, because he cares so much about his sexual gratification and his involvement with this woman that he's willing to betray you on so many levels. And let me tell you something, good sis, you deserve better. And if there's anybody out there that's listening to me that has experienced what we have just talked about, what this good sis, wrote in about, been there, done that, you deserve better. Now, I haven't been privy to or had the knowledge that a woman was brought into my home, but I know what it's like for a no good, rotten, two-time and despicable bastard to cheat on you and then act like you are the one that made them cheat, and the focus is on the other woman, right? And trying to smooth things out with that person, because for whatever reason, the value is on the affair partner, the side chick. It's just the priorities are exposed. They are not where they're supposed to be. And I can tell you, woman to woman, if you're a woman listening to this, I know that pain. I know that hurt. I know what that betrayal is like. I know what that healing process is like. I know what that journey is. That journey is filled with so many ups and downs and so many raw, mixed emotions, so many good days, but bad days that come right behind it. So many questions about, why would this happen? Why would they do this to you? I know that process. I know it. And as a woman that has experienced it, let me tell you something. It ain't worth it to try to salvage it. It's not worth it to lose any sleep behind it. I can say that now that I'm on the other side of it, right? God is good, right? Got a wonderful man in my life now. Oh my God, look better, smell better, more money, just a better person, a better human being. Oh my God, he's the creme de la creme. He is, oh my God, if I would have known when I was crying over that no good bastard that betrayed me, what was to come after that, after I got myself together and the healing started, honey, I would have shortened the amount of time that I was grieving that bullshit in half, okay? None if I could, but I understand that human nature is the process of healing and grieving and all of that. So I say to you, let what I just told you be a source of encouragement to you. The greater is on the other side. If you be intentional with letting that mess go, letting that piece of crap go, he's not worth it, sis. He has betrayed you. He has betrayed you in one of the most painful ways that he could. Not only can he not be trusted to go to work, okay? He's cheating with people that he works with, right? He's spending more time. Most of us spend more time at our jobs than we do home, right? Because we're working there 8 to 12, 10 hours a day. I don't know what your schedule could be like, but the fact of the matter is we spend a lot of time at our jobs. He can't be trusted to go to work. He can't be trusted to honor the commitment that you guys supposed to be in. He can't be trusted not even to bring his whores back to your home and sleeping with his whores in your bed and then being unapologetic about it. You can do so much better. I am a living witness that there is better out there. I am a living witness that chick is gonna get what she got coming. I'm a living witness. I'm trying to get myself together, guys. I ain't trying to out here giving a peep show. I'm a living witness. If you're just now tuning in, we got a good sister that wrote in because at first she had questions about who this woman was that she discovered that her man was dealing with. So it first started with her discovering some text messages. After she did her due diligence, she discovered that her man worked with this woman. Told y'all about them workplaces. Anyway, her and her man lived together. As far as she know, I'm paraphrasing a lot of stuff. As far as she know, life was good, right? For her and her man. Unbeknownst to her, he is currently having an affair with a woman at the office and brings this woman back to their home, sleeps with this chick in their bed, and showers with the chick in their shower. And then to add insult to injury, our good sis came home early one day to discover them basically about to get it in, because the chick was sitting on her bed and her man was already undressed. And when he got caught, he didn't go into, what do we call it? Trying to salvage the relationship or her feelings, his woman's feelings. He was more invested, or his priorities were into trying to comfort the woman that he's having the affair with, his side chick. Okay. And at this point, let's just call her his main chick, because we're seeing who he cares about at this point. He's more invested into the relationship that he's developed with this woman that he works with than a woman that he lives with and has started to create a life. So this is awful. I have told our good sis that she has herself a no good man, and I have advised her to move on. I've shared a bit of my story with you guys as well to let you know that greater is out there. And I just want to say this again, been there, been on the receiving end of betrayal, didn't know, that I could sink so low as far as your heart being so heavy and entering into those stages of depression and feeling like, why me? And just heavy, just that heavy spirit that you carry with you when you've been blindsided by betrayal. It's nothing fun. It's nothing nobody can talk you out of, because you're hurt. The dream, the expectations that you had of this person and the life that you share with this person has been shattered. This person shows no remorse. There's no guilt. There's nothing that they have to offer you other than a backside to kiss. This woman has been there, and I can tell you, as a woman, as a believer, as somebody who professes to believe is of the faith, greater is out there. A woman who thought that God had forgotten about her. I'm talking about myself. Greater is out there. A woman who cried for almost 2 years straight. Let me tell you, greater is out there. A woman that pleaded to God to save this piece of crap relationship, marriage, or whatever, didn't understand that all of that was working together for my good. Let me tell you, greater is out there. Go through it. Let it hurt. Because the more you let it hurt and the more you feel that pain, the less likely you are to stay in a situation like that, and the more likely you are to want to avoid moving forward in the future any situation with any semblance of that. Greater is out there. This has been another edition of Talk That Talk with DivaSpeaks Relationships. My name is AnGala Portorreal. I have enjoyed this segment. If you have something you want to write in about, or you want to talk to me about, or you want me to chop it up and give my feedback, feel free. You know how to reach me. Make sure that you add the DivaSpeaks Relationships Roku channel to your Roku device, as well as Amazon Fire. Be sure to check me out. My televised television show every second and fourth Friday of the month at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also watch my television show if you don't have access to my television show via your local listing. Go to tvaccess21.com and you can catch my show there. Again, it airs on Spectrum Cable as well as AT&T UVERSE. You would have to check your local listings to find out exactly where my show airs, but I'm there. I'm there. My name is AnGala Portorreal. Until the next time, guys. Oh, make sure you find me on Facebook, DivaSpeaks Relationships, YouTube, where I'm TikTok, Instagram, wherever there's social media, you can find me. It has been my pleasure, guys. Toodles.